The first speaker will be Mayor Dan Pike, followed by the County Executive Pete Kremen, and then we will move to Todd Ellsworth.
Are we speaking here or where do you want to
Right here.
Thank you, and I just wanted to give a city position on this with the hope that the Board of Natural Resources would consider that as part of the record. The City of Bellingham has consistently supported the reconveyance of DNR-managed forest trust lands in the Lake Whatcom Watershed to Whatcom County. The administration has expressed support on several occasions, and in 2008, the City Council passed a resolution in favor of the reconveyance. City support is grounded in our commitment to actions and programs that provide the highest level of protection to the water quality of Lake Whatcom. The City and Whatcom County have worked together for several years to implement management plans representing diverse program areas such as stormwater, urbanization, hazardous materials, utilities, and others. A program prominent in our efforts since 2002 is the acquisition and management of watershed properties for watershed conservation, the protection of water quality. The city's land acquisition program has purchased 1,553 acres, 405 of which are jointly owned with Whatcom County. Additional acres have been purchased and protected through the efforts of Whatcom County, 421 acres, the Whatcom Land Trust, 445 acres, the Lake Whatcom Water and Sewer District, and the Sudden Valley Community Association, 194 acres, for a total protected acreage of 2,613 acres. The reconveyance of 8,400 acres will add over 3 times the amount of currently protected acreage to a protected status. The Lake Whatcom Landscape Management Plan, created by DNR, the city, and other stakeholders, and implemented in 2005, regulates forest practices on DNR-managed trust lands in the watershed so as to meet a higher water quality standard than that provided by the basic forest practice regulations. The city believes it has been an effective program. However, reconveying a portion of the forest trust lands to the county for passive park use will more closely align those properties with the objectives and allowed uses of the city's property acquisition program, and is therefore the designation preferred by the city. The city administration is of the opinion that a conservation easement similar to those placed on most of the city acquisition properties will maximize efforts to restore the functions of a natural forest while minimizing the impacts of recreation. The county is also encouraged to allow only passive park uses such as hiking on the reconveyed park property and to reconfigure existing roads to function as trails, again to minimize further disturbance. We also appreciate the intention stated by the county to decommission several miles of roads, thus reducing the maintenance requirements of the property. I'd like to thank both DNR and Whatcom County for the time and effort it has taken to bring the Reconveyance project to this stage. We believe generations to come will be inspired by the foresight demonstrated in the accomplishment of this important action taken to protect the water quality of Lake Whatcom. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to provide testimony. I'll be very brief. Speaking for the administration, I think the arrangement and the consolidation of the intertrust exchange as presented makes a lot of sense and is beneficial to the Department of Natural Resources and also to Whatcom County, and we support it. Thank you.
My name is Todd Ellsworth. I'm here as a public or private citizen, if you will. I live at 3305 Alderwood in Bellingham. I'm simply here to say thank you. Thank you for all the work you guys have done. And both the DNR, the county staff, county council, the mayor, thank you for all the work you've done for parks, and also our city council. There's a lot of council members here tonight. This is just a great opportunity to say thank you to you. Also for Conservation Northwest in really kicking this off, and it's hard not to give a shout out to the Whatcom Land Trust. Their name came up earlier, and I'm sure they're going to be a part of this process. So it's interesting. There's a big book on my bookshelf right now that I haven't read yet. It's called Wilderness Warrior. And it's about Theodore Roosevelt, and it talks about the work that he and Muir and Pinchot and all those people did back there to really create a great national park system. And when I saw this on Facebook, I was like, wow, we have the opportunity here to strengthen what we have in Whatcom County. It makes me proud to live here and to recreate and play, and so I'm just here to say thank you for that, to strengthening what we have here as far as our park system. Over the weekend, I read a report that an outfit out of Portland, Oregon, Dean Runyon and Associates, did for tourism in Whatcom County. And one of the things that I laughed out loud about, my wife looked back at me because I was sitting in the back seat of the car with my daughter and had some homework to do. The thing I laughed at is that places visited, nearly 40% of all visitors to Bellingham, Whatcom County visit Bellis Fair Mall as the top one. Yet we're known, and a bunch of other things on here, the places people go to visit are our parks. And so here we have an opportunity to add even more to our portfolio. And I think that that's just fantastic. So again, thank you all for your efforts, and thanks for the time. Thank you.
I'm Aubrey Stargell, 7640 Bear Ridge Way, Maple Falls. I'm a professional forester, certified arborist. I served on the Lake Whatcom Watershed Analysis Prescription Team, and I am also a member of the Interjurisdictional Committee that oversees DNR timber sales. I believe DNR does an excellent and thorough and very professional job of managing these lands currently. The DOE has stated for the record that forestry is not the contributory problem for water quality in the lake. And the county, I don't believe, is in a financial position to take on these management costs if this reconveyance were to take place. I'm not necessarily opposed to the intertrust exchange, but what it leads to is what I'm concerned about. I also manage private land in the watershed and am concerned about the impacts that having parkland adjacent to private timberland will have on the management of that land. And the forestry use that is currently taking place in the watershed does not preclude the kind of recreational use that the city and the county are proposing with hiking and that sort of thing. Those are already can coexist without too much problem. So for the record, I am not for this reconveyance, and I don't believe it's a good decision for either county taxpayers or land managers. Thank you.